Guys, I don't know what to say. Wow, what the hell did I just watch, man? This episode was amazing. This was god tier. This was heavenly, whatever you want to call it. The JJK team has nailed this episode. This is episode of the year for several years. The animation, phenomenal. The action, top notch. The OST, mwah. I'm so speechless that I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you for watching, everybody. Do you really think I'm not going to talk about this? You must be out of your goddamn mind. This episode really put into perspective just how strong Toji and Jogo really are. You would think that after what we've seen from Toji so far in this season, how much more could the animators possibly make this man look more savage and badass than he already is? The Toji versus Megumi section of the episode was so epic. Toji has constantly chose violence throughout this arc so far. The way he was beating Megumi's ass during this fight, I had 911 on speed dial because of the way Toji was going hard on his boy. There was so much creative freedom given to Miso, who was the director and storyboarder for this episode, because they added so much more thrill to this fight. Megumi using his hands and his rabbits to fight Toji was an original addition, and Toji countering his attacks with one hand was so cold. It was funny to see his rabbits putting in the work too, you know. There was one of them which was going off. It was just so cute and funny at the same time. Like, Toji looked unstoppable in this episode, bro. They even added a Matrix/X-Men reference, with Toji stomping his foot on the ground and using the debris to take out Megumi's rabbits. The number of references that we've gotten for this arc alone has made this arc feel so much more cinematic. In the manga, this fight was so short and it was pretty underwhelming, but not here. I have to give props to Megumi for using the Shikigami he did, because the way the fight was looking, if he would have used most of his Shikigami, he would have lost them all, except for one. Toji is just too nasty, man. During this fight, you could tell that Toji didn't want to hurt Megumi, but after his wife's death is the point he stopped giving a f about his children. He's never been at peace since she died, and he probably hid these emotions through gambling and sorcery hunting. Toji even made a deal with Naobito to sell off Megumi to the Zenin clan because he couldn't be bothered to take care of him. But after hearing Mamoguro's voice to take care of Megumi, Toji died twice, and both times he was thinking about Megumi. Toji in a way didn't die with any regret, because he fulfilled his promise to his wife by leaving Megumi to him and making sure that their blessing was okay. The fact that Megumi chose the name Fushiguro was enough for him to move on. Him ending himself to prevent hurting Megumi is actually one of my favorite moments from this arc, and they did that perfectly. Yeah, sure, he caught a lot of bodies and avoided child support, but in the end, no one was as clean and as hardcore as Toji was. That man was a true G. But let's get into the insane curse battle of Sukuna versus Jogo. And fam, the disaster curses have to be the unluckiest characters I've ever seen in a shonen. They're basically the Team Rocket of JJK. Hanami clapped by Gojo, Dagon cooked by Toji, Jogo was smoked by Sukuna, literally. I guess the humans were the disaster all along. This entire fight sequence was jaw-dropping. This episode single-handedly showed just how strong the King of Curses is. The sheer size and scale of this battle was just ridiculous. What Miso did in this episode with the framing and the camera movement were just so dynamic that he took those manga panels and he just went stupid with it, bro. The way this man was constantly slicing his arms like pepperoni and smacking them around like that was so disgusting. Sukuna is so raw that when Jogo was using his fly heads and lava to fight him, he was bobbing and weaving that shit and slicing chunks of his lava. Like, Sukuna's a fucking beast. He showed no mercy to Jogo, and the worst thing is, he wasn't even using an ounce of his strength. The King of Curses really is a troll. Sukuna was so goated here that he tanked getting smashed between two buildings and proceeded to kick Jogo like a tumbleweed. It's really not funny, but the way Jogo gets violated in this series is low-key comedy relief, bro. I have to put some respect on Jogo's name though, because he was going all out against Sukuna. But you see, this is Jujutsu Kaisen. Power isn't enough. The thing that makes sorcerers strong in this series isn't only just power, but proficiency in how they use their technique. Sukuna is only 5 fingers away from full power, but he was able to effortlessly dodge every one of his attacks while cleverly using cleave and dismantle. Even when Jogo fought Gojo, he got carried away by his own ego and went to use his domain, and we all know how that turned out. At least he learned not to use it this time. Oh wait. But the funniest scene in this episode had to be when Jogo was summoning his meteor and Sukuna told all of the humans to freeze. Panda was looking like this. That's how much power Sukuna commands. Like, these men would have rather been hit by a meteor than disobey him. Kusikabe is the most honest character in this series. He knows he isn't built like that. Sukuna and Jogo's standoff was brilliant, and it reminded me of something you'll see in a western. We saw Sukuna pull out a new fire move, and I know some of you guys are asking, what exactly is Sukuna's technique? I don't know. There are many theories on what Sukuna's technique could be, but my personal favorite is that Sukuna may have the ability to store or copy techniques from the sorcerers that he has consumed. Sukuna used to eat people before, it's mad. He was even reunited with Urame, who was his personal chef in the Heian era. Think of it like Gilgamesh's Gate of Babylon from the Fate series, but instead of portals, Sukuna stores those stolen techniques in each of his tattoos. It's a very interesting theory when you think about it. Jogo gets off-screened by Sukuna, and guys, I jumped out of my seat laughing when I saw that. He then meets Hanami and Dagon in Limbo, and they reflect on how useless they all were, and Hanami mentions how Mahito is their only hope left. It's pretty ironic how Jogo is the most human of the group, with his main ideal being for curses to live freely. But Sukuna challenges his ideals and tells him that the values that he aims to live by are all useless. Pure strength is meant to be fully expressed regardless of things or people. That is what separates the strong from the weak, and it's that mindset that makes him different to Gojo. Gojo could have been the next Sukuna. Gojo could have just used his power to take over the whole world, but he doesn't want to do that. He wants to train up students to become strong in their own right and change society as well. The thing that separates Gojo and Sukuna in this moment in their relation to Jogo is Sukuna's honor. It's interesting because Sukuna is the villain of the series, and we've seen him complimenting someone. Not even Gojo complimented Jogo, he just called him weak. And I really like that about Sukuna's character because he respects people based on strength alone. But guys, the end of the episode is what got me hyped because we saw a certain figure appear for the first time, and bro, that got me so hyped. I could not wait for next week. Guys, this episode blew me away. Episode 16 has been one of those episodes I was hyped for a very long time, and they exceeded all of my expectations. In fact, they went to infinity and beyond with this episode. But guys, the thing is, with an episode like this, where do we go from here? The animators are probably on life support right now. I'm just wondering how they can keep up with this. The JJK team are very talented. So after watching this episode, I can for sure say that I am so hyped for Gojo versus Sukuna when they finally animate that. The stuff they did in this with Sukuna versus Gojo versus Sukuna is going to be a movie, and I cannot wait until we get to that point in the anime. Thank you to everyone who took out the time to watch this video. Like, share, subscribe, comment on what you thought about the episode, and until next week, stay blessed.